Hey y'all, welcome. Today we're going to do a short, sweet yoga sequence using the wall. So go ahead and grab a yoga mat if you have one, bring it up to the wall. If not, you can absolutely stand on any somewhat non-slippery surface. Turn to face the wall. Bring your arms so that they're at about hip to belly height. And walk your feet back several centimeters until you're able to press the palms to the wall. With a soft knee, draw your sit bones, your hips back in space. Gently hug the navel in as you're breathing out. And just start to connect with that rise and fall of the breath. Referenced as puppy dog or down dog at the wall. And for the first one, we'll just walk it back up, breathing in as you rise. Breathing out as you release. Let's weave in at least a shoulder roll or two. Shrugging and releasing. Again, hands at hip to belly height. Walk your feet back several centimeters. Shimmying your way to that flat back shape. Sit bones reaching toward the middle of the space, the room, crown of the head reaching toward the wall. If you're tucking the chin to elongate the throat, the sides of the neck as well as the back of you. And now keep the knees soft. If you're feeling stable enough, you'll walk your hands from there one by one to your shins. Dropping the head, letting it go. If staying at the wall is best, please do. And we'll all take a couple more inhales and exhales. Hands to hips if you happen to be balanced here. Draw the heart forward, inhale, rise. Otherwise you can walk back up the wall. Can shake, shimmy, shoulder roll it out once or twice. And then bring yourself closer to the wall. You're going to use your right fingertips standing on your right foot. Lift through that right quad and you start to pick up the left knee, finding our balance. Sometimes using the wall as a prop makes it a little bit easier, a lot like a ballet bar. From there, you can hike your foot as high as the inner upper thigh. If that feels like too much, do opt to go a little lower. Mid-calf, even heel to ankle. Firm the standing leg to the foot, foot to the leg. Take a few more breaths exploring, maybe starting to reach that left arm up. And if you feel like you can play with your balance, moving away from the wall, maybe taking the right arm up. It's always there for you if you do find you need it. Another breath or two, getting taller, maybe looking up. And as you exhale, we'll release down from that first side. You do want to turn so that the standing leg is near the wall. Fingertips or the entire palm there to help support you. Lifting up the right knee, again, hiking that foot traditionally to the inner upper thigh, but opting to go lower at the calf or even heel to ankle. Firm the standing leg to the foot, foot to the leg. Maybe reach and take the right arm up. Maybe start to explore adding that second branch, left arm up. A couple more inhales and exhales, playing with your balance, not getting too attached. Can you breathe through the wobbles if that's the kind of day you're having? Being compassionate with yourself, that first yama, ahimsa, always coming to the forefront. A little shake and shimmy. And again, turn toward that wall. Scooching back just enough that you can stand tall. Tailbone lengthens, crown of the head lifts, Tadasana. And cross the right ankle on top of your left thigh. Sitting your booty back, let your chest move forward. Standing pigeon. Really lovely stretch now in the outer hip, glute, and low back. You can continue to bend the standing knee, gently slide the fingertips down the wall a few more centimeters. Or of course, hold if you're already at your edge. Anywhere from 5 to 10 breaths as a way to really stretch and open that outer right side of you. Really great way to balance sitting in a chair for long periods of time, traveling, things like that. Root and rise, using that standing leg to come up. Breathing in, breathing out. You will switch sides. A moment to rest if needed. Left ankle eventually on top of the right thigh. Sitting your hips, your booty back and down. Chest does come forward, but we're not rounding forward. The hinge is really at the hips, not the waist. Standing heel is needing that reminder in my body on this side to be a little heavier than the toes. Takes the pressure out of the standing knee. And at this point, probably a few more breaths, just being where you are, of course, going a little bit further. Do sigh if it's intense, even fluttering the lips out could help in the deeper stretches. Rooting to rise, you'll inhale, come on up. And you'll exhale there. A little shake, shimmy, shoulder roll. Turn so your hips are at the wall, walking your feet forward. Somewhere around 1/2 meter, maybe 1.5 feet or 2. Right in the toes, aligning them about hip to shoulder width. Keeping your sit bones where they are, just letting yourself hinge forward, maybe sliding hands down the wall. Reaching to your own ankles, the earth, drop the head. You can play with lifting about halfway on an inhale. Melting and folding on an exhale. Adding a little bit of a flow with your breath. Maybe choosing to go a little bit deeper with each fold. And then a few breaths settling in if you haven't. Really letting the body be soft, looking for sukha, for ease after that effort. And it's your choice to roll or lengthen, noting lengthening is easier on a low back. Rolling might feel good. Booty stays at the wall, let the back body, the head, come all the way up. Feeling that support for a moment. And then noting if it's comfortable, you can just slide yourself down. If you're not going to come to sit, maybe you're at an office somewhere you're not going to lie back. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Otherwise, join me for Viparita Karani. Now you could put a pillow, something underneath your hips. You can also simply lie back. Give yourself a few centimeters from the floorboard and swing the legs up the wall. Let the heels rest. Let the head, the shoulders relax. And if you want to bring in a little more inner thigh stretching, a really nice balance to that standing pigeon, do allow for the split, Upavista Konasana. Now this particular pose or kriya is a partial inversion. Really good for our circulation, our lymphatic system, helping our body to function as efficiently as it can. So enjoy this for at least 5-10 breaths. Maybe even 5-10 minutes if it's something that feels needed and helpful in your body right now. When it's time to come down, roll to one side, ease your way up, and do have a beautiful rest of the day. Namaste.